Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you my everyday makeup routine. This is honestly my day-to-day routine. If you catch me outside, my face is beat with this makeup every day. And I just wanted to share with you guys some of my tips and tricks, some of my favorite products. I hope you guys love the video. I think this is my first makeup tutorial, so I hope I did a good job. Let me know down below in the comments. Let's get on with the video. Here we are without makeup. I've already clipped back the hair, so we're just gonna go ahead and like jump right in. Completely bare face. I don't use primer. I don't moisturize beforehand. My skin is very oily. I do skincare every night though. With all that being said, I start off with my eyebrows. My eyebrows take me the longest. I have had so many issues with my eyebrows in the past. Literally plucked them all out over the summer. I'm in the process of growing them back out. It's just honestly has been a journey. But my favorite kind of brow is not super natural. I really like the 2016 Baddie look. So that's super thick, pomade, dark, arched, clean, crisp. And what I use to help me achieve that is the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. This is in the shade Brunette. The hardest part for me when doing my eyebrows, because I decided to pluck them all out over the summer, is underlining them, because a lot of the hair now is missing because I decided to go crazy with the tweezers. We've got a top line, we've got a bottom line. I am going to fill in the back half of my eyebrow, and I'm barely going to fill in the front half. If I do anything to the front half of my eyebrow, it's going to be very light strokes. I'm not gonna go crazy heavy-handed like I will with the back end. Boom! And this is without concealer, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other brow off camera, and then we'll come back when it's time to carve them out with concealer. Okay, hear me out. After filling them in with this little tint pen, I go in with a spoolie. You can get 100 of these little babies for like $6 on Amazon. Literally do it. It's a lifesaver. You use spoolies for anything. I don't know if you guys can see, this is what they look like up close. Super like just stenciled, just super drawn on. That's when the spoolie comes in handy. This guy will really just disperse all of the color super like evenly. So I just blend the front part of my brow up, and I'll lightly go to the back of my brow. I don't like to blend out the back of my brow too much. In the past, I have really just scraped the back of my eyebrow, but because of this product, if you scrape it too hard, it will start to shadow out onto your skin and just like stain other parts of your face. Once the eyebrows are all blended out, I am going to go in with some concealer. This is the Hourglass concealer. This is in the shade Beach. So I apply this concealer with a Morphe 432 brush. I coat it nice and thick. I start with the underside of my brow. Don't mind the shade difference. I like to look more tan than I am. Bottom half of the eyebrow is done, top half of the eyebrow is done. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Will I blend this side out while I'm working on this side? No, because in case you haven't heard, if you let concealer, especially this concealer, just sit there for a long time, it will really kind of dry up, almost like it sets itself, I guess. And let me zoom you guys in just in case you can't see. Since I don't pluck my eyebrows, there's a lot of just hair outside of it that since I won't pluck, this will take care of for me. Anyway, on to the next side. I will be right back. Both eyebrows are done. Now we move on to the face. I use a mix of this Hourglass concealer with this NYX concealer. This is the NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum in the shade Light. So I get my Hourglass concealer. I do 2 dots right here. One on the forehead, one on the chin, a little one on the nose. Then I go in with a concealer that is actually my shade. I just pump this right under that. Time to blend it. I just kind of beat my face in a circle, let the 2 colors mix together before I disperse it up into my under eye and down to like my jaw. I only really drag up a light layer of concealer, which honestly has helped with creasing. Leaving the forehead / eyebrow area for last and doing the other side. Mix the colors on your cheek first before dispersing it down to your jaw and your under eye. Blend out what's on your nose, down to your neck, onto your ears, and now you can start working your way to your eyelid. I am seriously only blending my eyelid. I don't like to go up too close to my brow line because that could easily dull my eyebrow down, make it look grayish because the concealer is mixing in, and I really want to avoid that. Now we blend out the forehead. The last place left in between my brows, I just go in between it with my big beauty blender, and that's a done deal. Next up, I go in with my Kimchi Chic Puff Puff Pass translucent powder. I have tried every translucent powder under the sun. None of them, including the high-end ones, worked as well as this right here. I just take a powder puff, dip into it, I get my puff loaded with powder. I'll set the lower part of my cheek and work it up to my under eye, blending it up to my eyelid and setting the concealer lines that I didn't touch with the beauty blender in between the eyebrows and the forehead. Now my face looks really gray, kind of pasty. I like to go in with a pressed powder. This one is from Charlotte Tilbury. It's in shade medium 2. I have hit severe pan with this product, but to be honest, I think I'm gonna try a different pressed powder. I saw some from Fenty, and pretty soon you're gonna see that I am the biggest Fenty Beauty fan. Anyway, just load up a big dense brush with your pressed powder. Just drag it all over your face. Not only will this knock off any excess setting powder that may have stuck, it will bring back the slightest shade of a color and make you even more matte, which in my case, since I am a super oily girl, that is exactly what I'm looking for. Next, bronzer. Blush. Bronzer, I like to go in with the Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is in the shade Coconati. It is probably 10 shades too dark for me, but this is what I like and it makes me so snatched. Also, right about now, you're gonna see a trend with the makeup brushes. This is the Morphe X Ariel brush set. I will stay with these brushes till I die. Load up your brush like crazy. I think if I have any sort of makeup blindness, it's definitely bronzer. A hack for your bronzer that I cannot stress enough. If you don't know where to follow your cheekbones, literally look at your ear. Where it curves down, that's where you should be drawing your line. Now that I've done these two lines, I like to go ahead and do the rest of my face. Forehead, sides of forehead, in front of the ear, jawline. I remember as a little girl watching a bunch of makeup collabs on YouTube, and I came across one that had JLo and her makeup artist just showing them what they do for her makeup. That's where I learned the 3 method of just like doing a number 3 on your face, and I have lived by that ever since. Now I take this brush from the Morphe X Ariel set, the A20 brush. The last brush I used was the A3.2. And we're gonna do our nose contour. My little sister taught me how to contour my nose. I am not a pro, so my tips with nose contour are very limited. The only thing I really can say is once you're done doing your lines down your nose, please like blend it up into like the front part of your eyebrow. And yeah, honestly, just try your best. Define the bottom part, add a little crease at the tip so that it looks really bulbous. Nose looks really scary right now. I trust we're gonna add more color to make it all look a little more cohesive. This is the Fenty Beauty Killawatt Duo Highlighter, and it's in the shade Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. I'm not even kidding, this and the bronzer I have repurchased about 6 times each. Morphe X Ariel, this is the A22 brush. Just dip into both shades at the same time. Apply it kind of where you put your contour and disperse it up even under your eye. It will really make everything look super good, promise. Blend it up into your forehead, down the side of your face, back down to your cheek, onto your nose, your chin, and now let's get into the eyes. Going back in with my bronzer, I just take another Morphe X Ariel brush, A14 this time, and really just blend this everywhere. Go back in with the blush and do the same thing with whichever side you feel like. Really focus this one on the lid rather than your crease. Setting spray. I walked into Ulta the other day looking for one because I actually haven't ever used one. It's the first setting spray that I've actually like used religiously, and it's because it's so good. This is the Revlon Superfix Super Hold Misting Spray, Ultra Matte Finish. Once again, I am an oily girl. This makes sense for my skin. Literally drench your face. Ugh. I don't know how people talk when they put on setting spray, but now we just fan this out. Let it sit for a minute, let it dry. I'll be back after it dries. This is taking a while. This dries on me a little more glistening than I would like. I mean, as you can see, there's like a little bit of a glow. So I go in with my Kimchi Chic Almost Catfished powder. So after spraying that spray, I just like to tap in this and go under my eye, on my cheek, wherever it's glistening, forehead, even sometimes my eyelid, chin, nose, any area that I would get oily throughout the day as well. And after I put this on, like, it looks like a filter. Period. That powder does take a little bit of color away though, so I like to go back in just with my brush and whatever product was left on it and just like go over my cheeks, my nose, forehead, chin, you name it. And now it's time for highlight. This is the Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb Highlight in the shade How Many Carats. I have hit pan so severely with this product. Honestly, like I want to say I've had it for a year. It takes forever to run through. But this highlighter is a little different. It's not powdery. When you touch it, it's actually more of like a putty sort of feeling. There's no sort of like white cast, it's literally glitter. But yeah, I do this with a heavy hand and just apply it everywhere. Cheeks, forehead. Now I take my finger and I dip into the product itself. This is just so I get a more condensed, glittery look. And I apply this to my lid. Well, the face is officially done. And now it is time for some eyeliner. Eyeliner seriously used to intimidate me the most, but honestly, you guys, depends on the product you use. In the past, I was using ultra fine tips that were like bristle, spongy sort of feeling. This is a pencil, and I feel like with pencils you have a lot more leeway, a lot more time to work with the product before it like officially sets. This is the NYX Vivid Rich Mechanical Liner. This is in the shade Smokin' Topaz. And we're gonna get up close and personal yet again. Also, peep the skin, don't play. I like to look at my eyelashes, also the bottom of my eye, see how it flows, just like with the ear, see how it would flow, and I just draw a line out. And with this line, and however thick you're feeling like you want your eyeliner that day, do what you can. Since I like my eyeliner super thick, I kind of like to meet the wing halfway. So this is what the skeleton of your eyeliner is gonna look like. I just fill in the skeleton of my eyeliner. And if I didn't make my wing sharp enough, having fake nails or any sort of dense brush that's really like sharp, just use it to your advantage and stretch out the wing. It makes it look super sharp and clean, and it's the best hack I've ever heard of. And now your eyeliner is done. Next step is mascara. This is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise in the shade Black, Blackest Black. I just use the black shade and I apply 2 layers of this to each eye. It really makes my eyelashes super thick and it really just emphasizes the length. Really good mascara. My only issue with it is sometimes it will flake off to my under eye, but for the most part, I love it. Okay, well, I don't know why, but for some reason I couldn't apply my mascara to save my life today and I got it everywhere. So hack. If you ever do make any mistakes with mascara, let it dry. If it's a big goop, you gotta let it dry for a while and just get a spoolie and brush it off. It works every time. All right, it's time for the last official step. This is the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink Lipstick in the shade Cheeky. That is the lipstick, you guys. This has been my favorite lipstick. I have repurchased this about 10 times. It's actually a lipstick that I saw on TikTok. It went viral for a second and I'm very easily influenced, so of course I bought it. And once this sets in place and dries, you could rub your lip as aggressively as you want. It will not come off. And that is officially the end of my makeup routine. I'm just gonna flip my hair over, call it a day. Makeup turned out gorgeous. The skin is so pretty. The eyeliner, it really just makes it. But yeah, try this makeup routine. I love it. I honestly do this every single day. You name it, I'm showing up like this. This is my consistent routine, never does me wrong. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I told myself I was gonna be consistent with my Saturday posts. Although if you saw my last video, you understand why it's a little bit harder for me to now get posts out every week. So I just filmed this quick little makeup tutorial because why not? I needed the content. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Giveaway at 500 subscribers. Thank you for sticking through the whole video. Try to recreate the look. I want to see how it looks on you. Anyways, yes, love you so much. Bye.